Nithyanandam to all the new Kailasas joining us. Please be seated. Requesting all the participants to be seated. Make sure you have your Aushadha. Apply the Vibhuti and then the Kumkum. Have your Panchapatram and Udharni, your water cup and spoon. And also, make sure you remove your upper cloth for all the male bodies. Everyone else, make sure you're tying your hair. And be seated. Sit in a comfortable position, close your eyes. And now it's time. Let's begin the session. Bring your hands together in front of your heart center. Sit straight. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath and let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasya Laksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Now we'll be chanting the Shiva Mula mantra Om Ham Haum Shivaya Namaha 11 times. You can all chant it internally. We'll be chanting it allowed for you to follow along. Om Ham Haum Shivaya Namaha. 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 You can all slowly, very slowly open your eyes. Now, let us move into the Tattvachamanam, the ritualistic cleansing. So, let's all place our right hand in the Gokarna Mudra and pour an udharni of water into your palms and drink it at the end of the following mantra. We'll be doing this 3 times. Om Atma Tattvam Shodhayami Swada. Om Vidya Tattvam Shodhayami Swada. Om Shiva Tattvam Shodhayami Swada. Wash your right hand. Wipe your lips from the right to left. Om Ham Hridayaya Namaha. Wash your hands. Now with the index, middle and ring fingers, touch above the upper lip, below the lower lip. Wash your hand. With the index finger and thumb, touch the right nostril, the left nostril. And with the ring finger and thumb, touch the right eye, right ear, left ear. Wash your hand. Now with the little finger and thumb, touch the navel, the right chest, the left chest. With all the fingertips, touch above the head, the right shoulder, left shoulder, and heart center. Wash your hand with an udharni of water. Now let's enter into the Sankalpa, the conscious resolution. Take a moment to close your eyes and visualize what you want to manifest from today's Nithyananda Yoga. Breakthroughs in any part of the Nithyananda Yoga. relief from particular pain in your body. Take a moment to declare everything you want to manifest today. And visualize that already manifested. Powerfully visualize that each and every part of your declaration has already manifested. Take a moment to experience the manifestation. Now, from this powerful space, we'll be chanting the Sankalpa mantra. Please place your right hand on your left hand and place both your hands on your right thigh as we now be chanting the Sankalpa mantra.
Om Mamopata Samasta Duritakshe Dwara Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartham Shri Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Prityartham Cha शुभे शोभने मुहूर्ते आद्य ब्राह्मणः द्वितीय परार्धे श्री श्वेतवराह कल्पे वैवस्वतमन्वन्तरे अष्टाविंशतितमे नित्ययुगे प्रथमे पादे जम्बूद्वीपे भारतवर्षे भरतखण्डे मेरोः दक्षिणे पार्श्वे शखाब्दे अस्मिन् वर्तमाने व्यवहारिके प्रभवादीनां षष्ट्याः संवत्सराणां मध्ये क्रोधिनाम संवत्सरे उत्तरायणे लक्ष्मी वेंकटेश्वर ऋतौ मीनमासे कृष्णपक्षे द्वितीयायां शुभतिथौ हस्तानक्षत्र स्थिरवासरयुक्तायां वृद्धियोग तैतिलकरण एवं गुणविशेषण विशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभतिथौ श्री कैलासोन्नत द्वादशांत श्यामला पीठारूढ़ श्री मीनाक्षी सुंदरेश्वरा भिन्न स्वरूप परशिवपुत्र रत्नकुमार गुरुमन्यतुल्यावतार श्री पार्वती स्तन्यपान लब्ध दिव्य ज्ञान विश्रुत सकल निगमागम सारभूत द्राविड वेद प्रवक्त्रे श्रीमद् परम शिव करुणा समधिगत मुक्तामय चतुरश्रयान गीयमान छत्र चामर श्री चिन्ह काहलादि समस्त विरडावल्यलंकृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संग सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा व्ययापवर्ग वर्ष विश्रान जीमूत परमत कलभ केसरी शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराज पांड्य महाराज गुरु क्षपन शाख्यादि महांधकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षणा नरहार ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमद् वृषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्तृ सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्य वाचक स्वामिनाम अवतार भूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामला पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ तृणवत्युत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर परंपरागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य रजित कैलास परंपरागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासिंहासन पीठ कर्तृ साक्षात् श्री परम शिव समुद्भूत श्रीलास परंपरागत वैवस्वत मनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र शूरसेन इत्याद्य नवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्य वंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञ पीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणि साक्षात् श्री परम शिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणी पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परम शिव समुद्भूत श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्रतम अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्गपुर स्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरु श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमद् परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठा श्रीमद् जगद्गुरु श्रील श्री भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परम शिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां प्रीत्यर्थम तेषां पादारविन्दयोः भक्तिसिद्ध्यर्थं गुरुकृपाकटाक्षसिद्ध्यर्थं क्षेमस्थैर्यवीर्यविजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्याणाम् अभिवृद्ध्यर्थं धर्मार्थकाममोक्षचतुर्विधफलपुरुषार्थसिद्ध्यर्थं समस्तदुरितोपशान्त्यर्थं समस्तमङ्गलावाप्यर्थं भगवत् श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवप्रसादेन सकुटुम्बस्य ज्ञानवैराग्यजीवन्मुक्तिप्राप्त्यर्थं पूर्ण आरोग्ययुक्त दुर्गात्रियोगी सिद्ध्यर्थं परमशिवशक्त्याविष्करणार्थं नित्यानंद योगाभ्यासं करिष्ये। ओम अपौपस्पृश्य
Now, let's all keep our Panchapatram Nudharani aside. Let's all stand up and shake ourselves. Come on, come on, come on. Everyone up. So, first, take a moment to close your eyes. Visualize yourself as a complete skeleton without any muscles, skin, just a skeleton. And now intensely start to shake all the parts of your body, from your fingers, your toes, your ankles, your hands, your neck, your shoulders, your hands, your hips. Every single part of your body is independent, moving in its own direction with no particular pattern. Intensely shake your body in all the directions. Remove all the laziness, tiredness from your system. Experience complete integrity. Integrity solidifying in your system with all the laziness, tiredness leaving it. Swamiji's energy flowing through your body. Let's all now intensely shake for the next few minutes.
Nithyanandam, 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 Anandam, Nithyanandam, Anandam, Nithyanandam, 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 Anandam, Nithyanandam, Anandam.
Do not have any pattern in the way you are shaking your body. Come on, last few moments, shake it all out. Shake your complete body. All the directions, every part of your body. Intensely shake your body. Come on, come on, come on, last few moments. Shake your body intensely. Slowly, very slowly, come to a standstill. Just stand with your hands by your side. Just relax. Just keep your hands by your side. Relax. Completely relax your body. Just focus on the breath. Inhaling as deeply as you can and exhaling completely. Focus on the breath. Inhale and exhale as deeply as you can. And just enjoy the energy. Do not shake your body. Paramayogaya. Relax. Stand still. Just experience the energy flowing in every part of your body, from your fingertips to your toes, throughout your body. Breathe in and breathe out as deeply as possible. Feel your heart beating. And now you can all open your eyes, adjust yourself and sit down. Be seated in a comfortable position. And we are all going to be starting the Trithiya Vinyasa Krama today. So let's all get ready with the first asana, Savitri Asana. Yes. So now we're starting with the first asana, Savitri Asana. Now place your right foot pressed by the perineum and the left foot on top of the right foot. And place both of your hands on your knees. Sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. And visualize Lord Surya in your inner space. So the next few asanas are going to be seated asanas where we are going to be sitting in the same or similar postures. Focus on all the other components. As these are simpler asanas, focus on all the other components like the visualization, the gaze, the pranayama, the bandha, the japa. Take a moment to perform each of these intensely. So start with the visualization, the powerful visualization of Lord Surya. You can visualize the sun or the deity of Lord Surya if you have seen. And fix your gaze at the third eye. You can keep your eyes closed if you want. Fix your gaze to the third eye and perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply. Lock the breath. Visualize the intense heat in your navel center and then exhale when you can't hold on anymore. Perform the Kumbhaka intensely as you lock the perineum in the Mula Bandha and intensely roll the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your throat center as we perform Savitri Asana.
परिमूलद्वार टेकी भैसे भावा पगा की येडी जीमनो पगा मोडी भगतली की माहिली कोरा योनिस्थान खातिरा से फना जीमनी जमगमाहिली कानी लगावे हस्तगोड़ा परिरासे.
Now the next asana is Vajrasana 2. In this asana we continue to be seated in the same posture with the right heel by the perineum and the left heel on top. Keep both of your hands on top of the knee. And in this asana, you're going to fix your gaze at the tip of the nose. Fix your gaze at the tip of the nose. And visualize Vajra, a powerful weapon. If you're familiar with the Hindu Puranas, you can visualize the Vajra. Otherwise, visualize the powerful lightning in the sky. Place your hands on the knees and we are going to be performing the Samana Kumbhaka along with the Mula Bandha and Udyana Bandha. So inhale deeply and lock the breath. Hold the breath as you visualize the intense heat radiating from your navel center. Lock your perineum, tighten the floor of your perineum, and as you exhale, pull your stomach in and up as much as you can and stay there for a moment. When you can't hold on anymore, relax and again inhale through the nostrils and hold your breath. If you need to catch a breath in between, maybe a few breaths to normalize, then that's fine, you can do that. Let us start performing the pranayama along with the bandha. Inhale, hold the breath, visualizing the intense heat in your navel center, and then when you can't hold on anymore, exhale, pull your stomach in and up as much as you can, locking all the internal organs of your abdomen inside, and then you can slowly inhale again. Perform the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
सव्येन कण्डं प्रपीद्य चान्यं च पादं तु लिम्भोपरि निक्षिपेत् भजं सदा प्राणजये च सिद्धिं ग्रीवातनो मस्तसंमस्तसस्तम्.
Now continue to be seated in the same asana. Continue to be seated with the right heel at the perineum and the left foot on top, keeping your hands on the knees. This time, visualize and fix the gaze to the third eye. Bring your gaze to the third eye. Bring your gaze to the third eye. Lock your eyes at the third eye and visualize a sage, a siddha. You can visualize the form of Swamiji, where he comes with his jata tied on top of the head. And in this asana, we are going to be performing the Mahamudra Bandha. So, as you inhale, inhale deeply, lock the air inside your stomach and bend the chin to the chest, performing the Jalandhara Bandha, and at the same time, visualize the intense heat of the stomach, of the Jataragni, radiating and increasing. And then as you exhale, release the Jalandhara Bandha to exhale, lock your stomach in and up, and then stay there for a moment. When you can't hold on anymore, then inhale through the nostrils. Throughout this time, perform the Mula Bandha continuously and hold the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your throat center.
स्थानु संयमितीन्द्रियो चलहासा पासं वात वारंतरा मे मोक्ष विधायते फलकरा सिद्धासन प्रोक्षयेत्.
You can all release from the Mahamudra Bandha. Continue to be seated at the same position, in the same position, as we now move into the next asana, Brahmasana. Now, continue to keep the right foot at the perineum and the left foot on top. This time, you will be placing the left toes. You will be placing the left toes in between of the gap of the right thigh and calf. So keep the right foot by the perineum and the right foot in between of the gaps of the thighs and calf. And yes, all of us are performing the asana, right? Now, interlace your fingers over the right knee. Interlace your fingers over the right knee and fix your gaze to the tip of the nose. Visualize Lord Brahma. Visualize Lord Brahma in your inner space. And once again, in this asana, we'll be performing the Samana Kumbhaka and the Mahamudra Bandha, where perform the Mula Bandha, tightening the perineum, locking the perineal floor, inhaling deeply through the nostrils, and then lock your chin to the chest and visualize intense heat in your navel center, in your stomach radiating. When you can't hold on to the breath anymore, exhale through the nostrils and perform the Mahamudra Bandha, pulling the stomach in and up. Pull the Uddiyana Bandha, pulling the stomach in and up intensely. When you can't hold on anymore, release the Uddiyana Bandha and inhale through the nostrils. So let's all perform the Mahamudra Bandha along with the pranayama of the Samana Kumbhaka, and hold the japa as you perform this Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
पाद्मं ब्रह्मस्तासेद्धं स्वस्तिकं वज्रमासनं बद्धकोणं भद्रपृष्ठं मूलबन्धं तथैव च.
Now we move into Muktasana. Continue to be seated with the same position with your left heel by the perineum and the right heel on top. Keep your hands on the respective knees. Sit with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. And in this asana, we are going to be performing something very subtle. You are going to be bringing the awareness to the right ear. To your right ear. Baluya, you don't need to keep your hands all the way on top. Just keep it relaxed by your side. Yes, just keep it relaxed on the knees. And in this asana, you're going to be listening for the sound on the right ear. Any sound which you're hearing, whether it is me talking, maybe the wind outside, maybe whatever it could be. The sound from the right ear, focus on that. And in this asana, visualize Swamiji in your inner space, liberating you, giving you the liberation from all of the delusion. In this asana, perform the Mula Bandha alone, just tightening the perineum and the Samana Kumbhaka, inhaling, holding the breath, visualizing the intense heat radiating from your navel center. And when you can't hold on to your breath anymore, exhale through the nostrils. Inhale and exhale through the nostrils for this pranayama. And ultimately, hold the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your throat center.
मुक्तासने स्थितो योगी मुद्रं सन्धाय शाम्भवीं शृणुयात् दक्षिणे कर्णे नादमन्तस्थ मेक्कधी.
Now continue to be seated in the same position, as we are now going to switch the mudra of this asana to Bindu Mudra, touching the index finger to the thumb and placing them on the respective knees. In this asana, you will fix your gaze to the third eye, lock your eyes to the third eye, visualize the great sage Valmiki, who is the author of the Ramayana, in your inner space. And in this asana, perform the Mula Bandha, tightening the floor of the perineum and the Samana Kumbhaka, inhaling, holding the breath as you intensely radiate the heat from your stomach, from the Jataragni, and exhale through the nostrils, and continue to hold the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paisikari dava pagagi pagatali yedi barala phana disimodi jimani pasati lagave jimana pagaki yedi bae nali.
The next asana is Dvishirasana. In this asana, continue to be seated in the same position. And place both of your hands on the knees. In this asana, Dvishirasana, you are going to be raising the left shoulder. Raise your left shoulder as high as possible. Lift your left shoulder as high as possible, making it seem like a second head. And in this asana, you're going to visualize yourself like Mahasadashiva having multiple heads. Visualize yourself like Mahasadashiva, like Paramashiva, having multiple heads. In this asana, continue to perform the Mula Bandha, the Savana Kumbhaka, and the visualization of the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your throat center.
स्कन्धशिरा पर्यन्तं नीत्वा स्थातव्यं द्विशिरं भवति.
So the next asana is Dvishirasana on the opposite side. So if you lifted your left shoulder, then lift your right shoulder as high as possible. Push your right shoulder as high as possible, making it seem like a second head. Continue to have the visualization of you having multiple heads. The Samana Kumbhaka, the Mula Bandha, and the intense chanting internally of the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
नितम्बे हस्तयुगलं भूमौ संकोचितः पचेत् कुम्भीरासना मा वक्षे वायूनां धारणाय च.
Now we move into the next asana, Kumbhirasana. In Kumbhirasana, interlace both of your hands above your head. Interlace both of your hands above the head. Continue to be seated in the same position and fix your gaze to the tip of the nose. In this asana, visualize an alligator or a crocodile inside of your inner space and perform the Samana Kumbhaka and the Mula Bandha with the Udyana Bandha. So inhale, hold the breath as long as you can, experiencing the intense heat in your navel center rising. And when you exhale, when you can't hold on anymore, pull the stomach in and up as much as you can and stay in that position for as long as you can, and then inhale. Continue to keep the Mula Bandha and hold the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
नितम्बे हस्तयुगलं भूमौ संकोचितः पतेत् कुम्भीरासनमा वक्षेत् वायूनां धारणाय च.
The next asana is Chakrasana 2. In this asana, we are going to be changing the seated position into a Sukhasana like position, placing each of your heels under the opposite thigh. Place each of the heels under the opposite thigh, like in Sukhasana. You will place both of the legs under the opposite thighs, not on top. Place both of your legs under the opposite thighs. Yes, Paramayogaya, Kailasa Ikaror. You can switch the position, switch the foot under the opposite thigh. Under the opposite thigh. Just under, like Sukhasana. Yes, yes, like that, correct. Sit in a comfortable position with your legs crossed, and in this asana, you will fix the gaze to the tip of the nose and sit with your head, neck and spine in a straight line, as you now are going to visualize each of the 7 chakras, starting with the Mooladhara, moving up to just below the navel center, the Manipuraka, the navel center, Swadhisthana. Next, the navel center, the Manipuraka. Then the heart center, the Anahata, the throat center, the Vishuddhi, the brow center, the Agnya, and finally the Sahasrara. In this asana, continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Continue to perform the Samana Kumbhaka along with the Mula Bandha and hold the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
सव्योरुदक्षिणे घुल्पे दक्षिणं दक्षिणेतरे निधाध्या रुजुकायास्तु चक्रासनमिदं मतम्.
The next asana is Swastikasana 2. Now, you're going to be slightly changing the position of your feet, placing them inside, placing each foot inside the gap of the thighs and calves. So you can first place the left foot between the gaps of the right thighs and calves, and then the left foot slightly on top, and then insert it between the gaps of the thighs and calves of the left foot. You can place your foot as much as possible and visualize yourself as the embodiment of peace, well-being, good fortune, and prosperity. Fix your gaze at the tip of the nose. Perform the Samana Kumbhaka with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
अनेन विधान योगी मारुतं साधयत्सुधि देहे न क्रमते व्याधि तस्य वायुश्च सिद्ध्यति.
The next asana is Swastikasana 3. Continue to be seated in the same position with the feet in between of the opposite thighs and calves. Now perform the Parashamudra in front of your heart center, interlacing your fingers in front of your heart center. Perform the Parashamudra, interlacing your fingers in front of the heart center. And continue to embody the space inside of you as peace, well-being, good fortune, and prosperity. Perform the Samana Kumbhaka along with the Mula Bandha and the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
जानूर्वोरन्तरे कृत्वा योगी पादतले उभे रुज्जुकः समनस्सीन स्वस्तिकं पादप्रक्षते.
Now, the next asana is Virasana 2. Now, keeping the right foot in between of the thighs and calves of the left leg, place the left foot on the opposite thigh. So first, place the right foot between the gaps of the thighs and calves, just in between of the thighs and calf, and then place the left foot on the right thigh. Place your hands on your knees in a relaxed way. Keep your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Fix your gaze at the tip of the nose. Visualize and embody the space of bravery this time. Radiate the space of bravery in your inner space. Perform the Samana Kumbhaka intensely along with the Mula Bandha and hold the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
अथ मनस्थे यकरणं वीरासनम् एकस्मिन् नुसंस्थितमेकं पादं चरेद् योगी इतरस्मिन् उरुमिदं वीरासनमिरितं धीरैः.
The next asana is Siddha Haratali asana. Now bring the soles of your feet together. Bring the soles of the feet together and keep the toes slightly separated. Interlace your fingers around the feet. Interlace your fingers around your feet, and if you're not able to, place your knees on the ground. Gently just shake your knees up and down, loosening the hips. Now unclutch from all of the thoughts and fix your gaze at the tip of the nose. In this asana, you're going to be performing the Jalandhara Bandha along with the Prana Mudra, with the Samana Kumbhaka. So as you inhale and fully fill your lungs, lock your chin to the chest and then experience the intense heat from your navel center. And when you can't hold on anymore, lift your chin up from your chest and exhale through the nostrils. So once again, as you inhale, lock your chin to the chest. After you inhale, lock your chin to the chest and then hold your breath as long as you can. When you can't hold on anymore, exhale. In this asana, continue to perform the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
हे खागसे करी फगथल्याखे बारिले कौर एयो धरते टेके माहिले कौर फगथल्याखे.
Next asana is Bhadrasana 3. Now in Bhadrasana 3, continue to be seated in the same position. The hands interlaced, the soles of the hands around the feet. And continue to try to push your knees to the ground. Continue to try to push your knees to the ground. In this asana, fix your gaze to the tip of the nose and visualize Lord Veerabhadra. Perform the Samana Kumbhaka, and we are also going to be performing the Mahamudra Bandha, which is all the three bandhas together. So first perform the Mula Bandha and then inhale through the nostrils. Once you have inhaled completely, lock the chin to the chest and hold that as long as you can. On anymore. Exhale after lifting the chin up and then pull the stomach in and up, and then once again lock the chin to the chest, performing the Jalandhara Bandha, the Udyana Bandha, pulling the stomach in and up, and the Mula Bandha. When you can't hold on anymore, release all the bandha and inhale through the nostrils. Continue to perform the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
अथ भद्रासनं खुल्पो च वृषणस्यादः सीवन्यः पार्श्वयोः क्षिपेत् सव्यगुल्पं तथा सव्ये Kulpam tu dakshine.
Now you can all slowly raise your knees together. Slowly raise the knees together. And now you're going to cross your right foot over the left foot. Cross your right foot over the left foot. Place the back of the hands on the knees. Place the back of the hands on the knees. And now you're going to be performing the Yoga Narasimhasana, where you're going to stick your tongue out and exhale forcefully. So inhale through the nostrils, exhale with tongue sticking out forcefully. Visualize the powerful form of Narasimha and fix your gaze at the tip of the nose. Perform the Mula Bandha, tightening the being and the jap Om Nithyananda Shivoham.
Mayuraspinchamayuram padmapitas samanvitam kaukutas garbapingam cha kaurmam yoga simhangakam.
Continue to be seated in the same position. Now, place the palms on the knee with the palms facing downward. Fix your gaze at the tip of the nose and visualize a flock of crows flying. Visualize a flock of crows flying, making the sound of the crow as they fly. Perform the Samana Kumbhaka. As you inhale, hold the breath with the intense heat radiating from your stomach, from the Jataragni, from the gastric fire, and then exhale. Perform the Mula Bandha and continue to chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham internally.
Sanamutamam Kalipapat pramuchyate Vayavim vasanamayet.
Now move the across your heels and bring the knees together, touching your chest, and place the hands, place the palms on the knees. Bring your knees as close to the chest as possible and bring the knees together as much as possible and bring the feet as close to the buttocks as possible. Keep your head, neck and spine in a straight line. And visualize sitting in front of Swamiji, in front of the physical form of Swamiji. Fix your gaze at the tip of the nose. Lock your gaze at the tip of the nose. And now the japa from this asana is changing to Ujjayi Kumbhaka, inhaling through the back of your throat with an ocean-like sound. The pranayama is changing to Ujjayi Kumbhaka as you inhale through the mouth, making an ocean-like sound, and then exhale through the nostrils. as deep as you can. Do not hold the breath. Just inhale as much as possible and then exhale through the nostrils. You will be making a slight sound like the ocean. Inhale and then exhale. Continue to perform the Mula Bandha and the Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
भूतप्राश्नी समयोगे प्राहुरुत्कट्टिकासनम्.
Now we move to the next asana, Dandasana 2. Now stretch your legs in front. You can all stretch your legs. And place your palms on the respective knee. Sit with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Placing your palms on the respective knees, sit with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. With your toes pointed up. Visualize that you are the yoga danda or the walking stick of Paramashiva. Powerful, charged with the power of Paramashiva. Fix your gaze to the tip of the nose. Fix your gaze to the tip of the nose and continue to perform the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, inhaling through the mouth and then exhaling through the nostrils. Perform the Mula Bandha and the Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Sister Guri Sister Gulpo Bhu Sistor Prasarayet Yatro Pavishya Pado Tad Dandasanam Udiritam.
And now raise your hands high above you. Inhale, taking a deep breath, and as you exhale, lower yourself forward, pulling yourself forward, not bending the back, but bending from the abdomen, from the hips, from the lower back, all the way forward as much as you can, holding on to whichever part, whether your toes, your legs, your feet, your ankles, your calves, or even your knees, wherever you can, hold on and pull yourself forward as much as you can, lowering the head down to the knees. And in this asana, visualize that you are water. You are a tank of water. Water does not have any resistance. Water just flows. And the same way, you are also just going to flow into this asana, releasing all the tension, tightness, resistance in your body. Intensely visualize that you are become water. Your body has become like water. Fix the gaze at the tip of the nose and continue to perform the Ujjayi Kumbhaka. For all of those who are able to perform this asana comfortably, you can also perform the Uddiyana Bandha. As you exhale, pulling the stomach in and up in the same position, in the position with your head all the way down. If you're still trying to perform the asana, focus on the stretch. If you have already touched your forehead to the mat, once you have, you can also get up and go and help others as well. If you're already performing this asana, once you have performed the asana, stay in that position for a moment. Just go around, slightly give a press on the lower back. Slightly for those participants, you can, around you, you can go and give them a gentle push forward. from the lower back for a few seconds. If you have already performed the asana, if you are not performing, if you're not able to touch your head to the knees, then focus on getting to that position. Lowering your body as much as possible. Do not give up. Even if it's hurting, maybe take an inch lightly back. But get into that uncomfortable. There's a difference between the uncomfortable and the hurting. So stay in that uncomfortable position as much as you can. Just allowing your body to relax as you visualize yourself as a tank of water with no resistance, just flowing. Stay in this position for a few more moments, allowing yourself to perform this asana, to get comfortable, to relax into this asana. Come on, Kailasa, Malaysia, stay in the position. Stay in that position. Allow yourself to stay in that position. Relax into that position. All volunteers in Kailasa, Bolivia also can go around, give a gentle push behind the back of all the participants who are not able to perform. Stay in that position as long as you can. And in this asana, perform the japa internally. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
सभागशीर्ष सर्वांग महामुद्रा च ताटगी बद्धकोणस बद्धपद्मं दंडं पश्चिमतानकम्.
Slowly, very slowly raise up. Don't jerk yourself, just slowly raise up. Whenever we perform the stretch, it's always best to come out slowly. So now we move into another asana, which is Prayankasana. So in Prayankasana, we are going to be lifting our body with our legs stretched in front of us. We are going to be lifting the body off the mat. So we can take this step by step. First, place your palms nice and wide. Place your palms nice and wide in front of you. All of you can place your palms nice and wide in front of you, in front of the buttocks. Do not place it by your side exactly. The hands a bit forward. Okay, let's all first get into this position. Keep your hands slightly forward, not in front of the buttocks, but by your side, tightly squeezing yourself with your hands. So now, once you have nice and tightly kept your hands by your side, then lift the buttocks off the mat. Lift the buttocks alone off the mat. If you are able to, from this position, if you are able to, then you can lift the heels off the mat. But first, start with lifting the buttocks alone off the mat and stay in that position. By starting with these asanas, we are strengthening our hands, our wrist, our shoulders. Stay up as much as you can. Stay up as long as you can. Come on, Kailasa, Bolivia. Lift your body off the mat. Kailasa, Malaysia, lift your body off the mat. Even if your heels are on the ground, it's fine. But lift the buttocks off the mat and stay there. So, in this position, visualize that you are a cradle. You are a rocking cradle Continue to inhale through the mouth and exhale through the nostrils. And hold the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
एकवत् स्थित्वा पादाग्रे मस्तके परिनीत्वा पृष्ठभागे भूमौ निधाय तिष्ठेत्.
Yes, so good. Some of the participants, some of us were able to perform. That's good. Good. It looks like in Kailasa, Malaysia, someone had did. And Paramayogaya, you also did, I saw. That's good. Now we move into the next asana, which is Prankasana 2. So in Prankasana 2, in the same position that we were before, instead of just raising the hips off the ground, we can kick our legs as high as possible. So kick your legs as high as possible. So you're going to rock yourself back and forth. So go as back as possible and kick yourself as high as possible. You can kick your legs with one leg at a time up, and then once you're able to kick yourself, you can kick your entire body as high as possible. So let's all try Prankasana. Take a moment to try with one leg on the ground and just raising the other leg, getting the feel of how your body would move if you had kicked yourself. And once you are getting the feel, you can kick your leg as high as possible. And when you are able to kick your legs as high as possible, then lift your body as high as you can and lower back down. So you don't need to stay in the position. You don't need to stay. It is like a rocking cradle. So if you have seen a swing or a cradle, as you move back and forth, you will move down and back up, down and back up. Basically, you're on a swing, but your hands are the sides of the swing, are the frame of the swing. So it's like that. So just rock yourself up and down. And in this asana, continue to visualize the cradle. Breathe in the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, inhaling through the mouth and exhaling through the nostrils, and hold the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
प्रेकवत् स्थित्वा पादाग्रे मस्तके परिनीत्वा पृष्ठभागे भूमौ निधाय तिष्ठेत्.
Yes, relax. Bring your knees together. Hug your knees. Bring the heels close to the buttocks. Wrap your legs. Hold on to the opposite forearms. As we now enter Yogasana, take a moment to just catch your breath. Continue to breathe in Ujjayi Kumbhaka. Keep your head, neck and spine in a straight line, pushing your back as forward as you can. Nice and straight. Fix your gaze at the tip of the nose. Fix your gaze at the tip of the nose. And visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Perform the Mula Bandha, tightening the perineum, and the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
पृष्ठभेदान्वितं पादं तस्य हस्तेन बन्धयेत्. अथ योगासनं वक्ष्ये यत् कृत्वा योगिरात् भवेत्.
Now we move into the next asana, Vrishapati Asana. So Vrishapati Asana is where you're going to sit on, we can start with the left leg. So sit on the left leg and raise the right over the left. So sit on the left heel and raise the right over the left, bringing the right leg to the side of your left hip, bringing the right heel to the side of the left hip as much as possible. Bring your leg as backward as possible and place your hands on the top knee, one on top of the other. Fix your gaze at the tip of the nose and visualize that you have a temple inside of your heart for Swamiji. Visualize you have a temple inside of your heart for Swamiji. And now we are going to be changing the pranayama from this asana to the Seetkari Kumbhaka, which is clenching the teeth and inhaling through the gaps of the teeth, making a hissing like sound. Inhale through the gaps of the teeth, making a hissing like sound, and perform the Mula Bandha and hold the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Imana Goda Agrakarидavo Pagapji Mani Pasati Ani Modiye Dikula Niche Rase Pana Pani Adar Rahe.
Relax as we now move into the next asana, which is Dhruvasana. So in Dhruvasana, as your left heel was under you, you're going to slide the leg to the side. So in Dhruvasana, you're going to slide the heel which was under you to the side, and once again fix your gaze to the third eye. Fix your gaze to the third eye and interlace the fingers. The fingers are going to be in a particular position where you're going to be touching the left middle joints of the fingers with the right fingertips. So with the left hand fingertips, you're going to be touching the middle joint of the fingers with the left hand, and then place it right in front of you, in front of your stomach. So you will be placing your palm upward. So the whichever palm, so if you're touching with the fingertips of the right hand to the left palm, the left palm will be facing upward. So whichever leg is on top, the opposite hand will be facing upward. So whichever leg is on top, for example, if you're right leg is on top of your left leg, the right palm will be facing, the left palm will be facing upward with your right fingertips touching the middle joint. Make sure you're getting the subtle details right. Now visualize Dhruva grass or Bermuda grass in your inner space. Fix the gaze to the third eye and continue to perform the Sitkari Kumbhaka, inhaling through the clenched teeth, holding the breath once you have inhaled, and then exhale through the nostrils. Perform the Mula Bandha and the Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
आवाहता की अंगुल्या की बीचली स्यंधीष्य जीमना हाथ की अंगुल्य का अंगर लगावे.
The next asana is Sukadeva asana. Now in Sukadeva asana, you're going to continue to keep the legs in the same position and bring the tips of the fingers and the thumbs together, forming the Padma Mudra. Bringing your fingers like a lotus. And place it on the top knee. Visualize all the gods and goddesses are pleased with you and blessing you. Fix your gaze at the tip of the nose and continue to perform the Sitkari Kumbhaka, inhaling through the clenched teeth, exhaling through the nostrils, and holding the breath after you have inhaled. Hold the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
वे हथेली सुबह करे नासा अग्रतरणों कार धारे पावन धारे सहित सुचारे सोनर काव्य शक्ति को लगावे.
Now relax and place your hands in the same seated position. Place your hands on the feet and hold your feet. Whichever foot is on the side. So basically you'll be holding your opposite feet. So just hold on to the feet and keep your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Keep your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Fix the gaze at the third eye. Fix the gaze at the third eye. And visualize that Shiva has blessed you to go beyond all material needs. Bring the heels as close to the hips as possible. Bring the heels as close to the hips as possible. If possible, touch the heels to the buttocks. Continue to perform the Sitkari Kumbhaka, the Mula Bandha, and the Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
प्रथम जीवनो पाव ऊंचावे दाई झमका उपरी करी लावे दाई भक्ति ताक आन गोडम ऊपर थल करे थाने.
Now in the same seated position, interlace sorry, hold on to the big toes. So just hold on to the big toes with all of your fingers and lean forward and down as much as you can. Lean forward and down as much as you can. Bring the forehead as low as possible. And visualize a fish in your inner space. Gaze to the tip of the nose. Continue to perform the Sheetkari Kumbhaka. So however low you can go, push yourself forward. Your hips are going to stretch nicely, your hips and your hamstrings. So go as low as possible. Go as low as possible. Pushing yourself forward. Fix the gaze at the tip of the nose. Continue to perform. Breathe. Continue to breathe in the Sheetkari Kumbhaka. Hold the Moola Bandha and the Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
जीमनोपगादाय झंघपरी रास येलिको इलघावे दबाया दौदारलो घुल्पो जीमना गीडकी माहिल्य अस्या परिरासे दौ.
The next asana is Gomukha Asana 2. Continue to be seated in the same position. We are almost there. Continue to be seated in the same position. And now, if you have your right knee on top, then you will raise your right hand up and bring it backward and down. And then with your left hand, you will bring it from down, and then you will interlace your fingers behind the back. So if you're able to just touch the fingertips, that is fine. Push yourself further. Open up your shoulders as much as possible. Open up your shoulders as much as possible. And pull your hands down until you're able to hold them comfortably. Not just hold, but hold them comfortably. This asana, visualize the cow. Visualize the cow in your inner space. Fix the gaze on the nose and perform the Sheetkari Kumbhaka. Inhale intensely through the clenched teeth and exhale through the nostrils. Performing the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
तानकूर्मपीठैश्च सिंहैस्गारुडमेव च वातायनं गोमुखं च भारद्वाजं त्रिविक्रमम्.
Yes, now all of us can stretch our legs out, give our knees a nice shake, relaxing the ankles and the knees. Just stretch out your legs, give it a shake. Yes. Now that we performed with the right leg on top, this time you're going to sit on the right leg and bring the left leg on top. As we now move into Vrishapati Asana on the other side. So sit on the right leg sit on the right leg, place the left leg on top, and now place both the hands on the top knee. Place both the hands on the top knee. Now visualize a temple for Swamiji inside your heart center. Visualize a temple for Swamiji in your heart center. And gaze at the nose. Fix your gaze at the tip of the nose. Perform the Sheetkari Kumbhaka, inhaling through the clenched teeth. And hold the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
इमना गोड़ा अग्र करिदावो पगा जीमनी पसाति आने मोडिये मोडिये डिकुला नीचे रासे फना फानी अदर राहे.
Yes. The next asana is Durvasana. On the other side, as we now slowly extend the feet which was there, slide the feet. So slide your right leg from under the perineum to the side of the left hip. Continue to keep the hands on the top knee. Visualize the Durva grass or the Bermuda grass. Gaze to the tip of the nose. Perform the Sheetkari Kumbhaka. And hold the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
ऐझंग पकरी झीमनो पगादाई पसाति आनी.
Now we move to the next asana, Sukadevasana. Now bring the wrist together, the little finger and thumb together, and in the same seated position, place your hands on the top knee like a lotus. Visualize all the gods and goddesses are blessing you. Fix the gaze to the tip of the nose and continue to perform the Sheetkari Kumbhaka. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
उभय तेलि सुधे करे नासा अग्रतरणों को उधरे पावन धरे सहित दुष साधे सोनर काव्य शक्ति को लगावे.
Now we move into the next asana, Datta Digambarasana. In the same seated position, now hold on to your feet on each side with all of your fingers. Keep your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Gaze to the third eye. Gaze to the third eye and visualize Paramashiva has blessed you with all the material needs that you need. Visualize the Sheetkari Kumbhaka. Continue to perform the Sheetkari Kumbhaka and the Moola Bandha, tightening the perineum with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
त्रिकुटी दृष्टि धरे पुनः धीरे समशरीर राखे करि धीरे.
Now continue to be in the same seated position as you move to hold on the big toes with your fingers. Hold on to the big toes with your fingers. and lean forward and down. Lean forward and down, bringing your forehead as low as possible. And fix the gaze at the tip of the nose, performing the Sheetkari Kumbhaka. Moola Bandha and the Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
जीमनो भगदाये झमघपरी रासयेली कौवे लगावे दावाये कौभारलो घुल्प जीमना गीडकी माहिली अस्या परिरासेदौ.
Relax and now raise up. And now with your left leg on top, raise your left hand and lower it backward as we now move into Gomukhasana 2. So raise your left hand, lower it backward, and with the right hand from the bottom, raise your hand as much into your back as possible and interlace your fingers. Fix the gaze at the tip of the nose and visualize your face. Visualize yourself as the face of a cow. Now perform the Sheetkari Kumbhaka, Moola Bandha and the Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
उत्तार्मकूर्मपीठैश्च सिंहैस्गारुडमेव च वातायनं गोमुखं च भारद्वाजं त्रिविक्रमम्.
Now relax, stretch your foot in forward, and let's give our legs a gentle shake, loosening out the legs. Now we move into the next asana, Dhirasana. So in Dhirasana, you're going to sit on the heels. So sit on your heels. So all of us can sit on our heels and place your hands on the respective knee. Keep your head, neck and spine in a straight line and visualize the space of bravery, inside your inner space, and fix the gaze at the tip of the nose. Now the pranayama is changing from this asana to Rechaka Kumbhaka, which is inhale through the nostrils and then exhale. And when you exhale, hold your lungs empty as long as you can and then inhale. So this is the Rechaka Kumbhaka. And now perform the Moola Bandha, pulling the perineum in and up, and hold the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
वामे भग घोथना ही वाली तेना पनो गुडानी नीचे आड़.
The next asana is Dakshina Padasana. So remain seated in the same position. So we'll start with the left leg. So now you're going to be seated on your left leg and raise the right leg, bringing the foot flat on the mat with the knee by the chest. So bring your heels as inside, touching your buttocks as possible, and fix the gaze to the third eye. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and the space of bravery inside your inner space. Fix the gaze to the third eye and continue to perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka, inhaling and exhaling. And when you exhale, give a small pause before inhaling, holding on to the empty lungs, and then inhale. Perform the Mula Bandha. And hold the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
तनीयाधीरासन तथा वानपादधीरासन ए धीरासना वान्तरभेद चे.
Now we move into Dakshina Swasa Gamanasana. So in Dakshina Swasa Gamanasana, you are now going to be sitting on the ground as you are sitting on the leg. Now just sit on the ground. Now bring the knee which was raised towards the buttocks and bring the other heel by the side of the foot. And now hold on to the opposite forearms around the raised knee. So around the raised knee, hold on to the opposite forearms. And fix your gaze at the tip of the nose. And bring awareness to the outgoing breath. Bring awareness to the outgoing breath as you inhale and then exhale. When you're exhaling, bring awareness to the outgoing breath. And after you exhale, hold the breath. Hold your lungs empty as long as you can and then inhale. Perform the Mula Bandha and the Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
उलतीरेति दबीबना बारदायने पेसवुम ते दक्षिणस्वसगमनमासनं कहेवा यचे.
Now switch the legs. So the leg which was raised, sit on that leg and raise the opposite leg, placing the foot flat on the ground with the knee by the chest into Vamapada Dhirasana. Keep your hands on the respective knees and fix your gaze at the third eye. Visualize the space and state of bravery. Continue to perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka, the Mula Bandha, and hold the Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
धनियाधीरासन तथा वामपादधीरासन ए धीरासन वातम वामतरभेद चे.
Now we move into Vama Shwasa Gamanasana. So in Vama Shwasa Gamanasana, you are going to move the leg from under the perineum to the side of the foot and wrap your hands around the raised knee. Visualizing and bringing control over the outgoing breath, exhaling as slow as possible with control. And now fix the gaze at the tip of the nose. Continue to perform the Rechaka Kumbhaka and holding the Mula Bandha. Hold the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Daba Dhagarane Adadi Guda Adhara Rakhi Bezvumte Vamaswasama Gamanasana Kaheva Yache.
Now we move into Pashasana. So Pashasana is a nice back opening asana where we're all going to get a nice stretch. So in Pashasana, you're going to turn to one side. So first come on to your heels and you can bring your feet together, your knees together and turn onto one side, placing one hand on the ground for balance at first. And you're going to turn yourself as much as possible and with the other hand from the behind your back, you're going to interlace your fingers behind your back. So to make this asana easy, first all of us can put our hand around one knee alone. So put your hand around one knee alone and with the other hand interlace your hand behind the back. So we'll turn around and also show you how your hands would be from the back side. So start with one knee, bringing your hand around one knee and then interlacing your hands behind the back. So now once you're able to do with one knee, you can go bringing your hands around both the knees. To do this, you need to twist your body even more, as low as possible. So bring your hands as low as possible and then you'll be able to interlace your hands around both the knees. So let's take a moment to nicely twist our body to one side. So nicely twist your body, interlace the hands behind the back. So if you're finding it difficult, then before even you interlace your fingers, to first get the twist of your body, to first twist your body nicely, place one hand on the ground, place the other hand on the side and push yourself. Push yourself with the elbow. Push yourself and turn back. This will first open out and nicely twist your body. So once you nicely twist your body, once you feel you have nicely twisted your body, then you can try wrapping your hands around the knee. So visualize your hands have become ropes. Visualize your hands have become rope and wrap your knees. So wrap your knees nicely around the back. Visualizing your hands have become rope. Continue to perform the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space.
पादतले भूमौ निधाय जानि उरसि निधाय विपरीतहस्ताभ्याम् उरुसहितजङ्घे निबध्य तिष्ठेत् पशासनं भवति.
Yes, and now from the same position, so if you did on the right, then go to the left, and once again twist your body as much as you can. First, nicely give yourself a twist as much as possible, and then once you have twisted your body nicely, then you can attempt to interlace your hands, wrap your hands around the body. You can start with one leg and then wrap your hands over both the legs. Fix your gaze at the tip of the nose. And visualize your hands have become ropes and bound your body. Continue to hold the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
पादतले भूमौ निधाय जानु उरसि निधाय विपरीतहस्ताभ्याम् उरुसहितजङ्घे निबध्य तिष्ठेत् पशासनं भवति.
Yes, now you can relax and just stretch out your legs. So now we move into the next asana, Simha Rupaka Asana. So now let's all fold our legs and we are going to cross our calves. We are going to cross our calves behind us and then sit on the heels, placing your hands on the knees with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Now exhale forcefully with your tongue sticking out, visualizing yourself as a lion. Visualize yourself as a lion and gaze at the nose. Perform the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
सीवनीं गुल्पदेशेभ्यो पीड्य वृत्क्रमेण तु प्रसार्य जानुनोर्हस्तावासनं सिंहरूपकम्.
Relax. You can all relax. Continue to be seated in the same position, but you can stop the exhalation. Now we move into Guptasana with our legs continuing to be crossed behind. Just sit with the hands rested on the knees and fix your gaze to the tip of the nose. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and perform the Sahaja Kumbhaka, which is just the simple breathing, inhaling and exhaling with awareness, and hold the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
जानुर्वोरन्तरे पादौ कृत्वा पादौ च गोपयेत् पादौ परि च संस्थाप्य बुडं गुप्तासनं विदुः.
And now we move into Viyogasana. So now stand on your knees. Stand on your knees and cross your feet behind, bringing the feet as close to the opposite knees behind your back as possible. And now you're going to lean backward. You're going to lean backward and you're going to hold on to the calves. You're going to hold on to your calves with the fingers inside and the thumbs outward. So hold on to your calves. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space and visualize that Swamiji is removing all of the pain and suffering from your being. Fix the gaze on the third eye. Continue to perform the Sahaja Kumbhaka, the Moola Bandha, and hold the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
गोडाम बामो उभय होई गोड़ा आदि राखे डोई दची बाधके पानी रहावे फनो वाम गोड़ा दिगी लावे.
The next is Harinasana. Continue to be seated, standing on your knees. Continue to stand on your knees. Uncross the legs. Bring the knees as close together as possible. And interlace your hands in front of your chest. So now you're going to jump like a deer. You're going to, from this position, you're going to kick your legs up, visualizing a deer jumping. So with the heels, you're going to try to touch your buttocks. Visualize a deer jumping. Keep the balance. Keep the balance as you perform this asana. Do this again and again and continue to hold the Moola Bandha, perform the Sahaja Kumbhaka and the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Now we are going to continue to be standing on our knees and keep the heels flat. Bend your back nicely, lowering yourself down, and hold on to your ankles in Ushtrasana 3 as you visualize yourself as a camel. So let's all take a moment to nicely stretch our stomach, our back, and lower ourselves down into Ushtrasana 3. Perform the Sahaja Kumbhaka and hold the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
मेरुदंड ग्रंथि दाहल्य संपीड्य दयि सुपुमां कपोष्ट्रासाभ्यासं पुरान्मित हितासना.
Relax. And now we move into Malasana. So in Malasana, let's all now come to a seated position. So in Malasana, the first step is raising our legs onto our shoulders. So all of us raise your knees, your legs onto your shoulders. Nice and high. and place your palms flat on the ground, opening them nice and wide. So bring your legs as high as you can. And now you're going to lean forward. You're going to lean forward and lift your buttocks off the ground. Come on, Kailasa, Malaysia. It's not too hard. It's not too hard. So you can also try to first stand up. So you can also try this method. All of you can stand up, lower your body down with your hands under, bringing the hands under, and then sit on your hands. So we'll show a close-up of this once again. The Acharya is going to stand up now. So now from this standing position, you're going to slowly lower your body down, keeping your hands inside, and then sit on your hands, and then lean backward. Lean onto your hands, and then raise your legs. So you can all try this. It's not too hard. It is not as hard as you think. Let's all take a moment to try this. Come on, Kailasa, Malaysia. Try it. First try it, then if it's hard for you, then you can give up. But first try. And go slow. Don't be too fast. Nandakumaraya, நீங்க ரொம்ப சீக்கிரமா பண்றீங்க. அத விழுந்துட்டீங்க. மெதுவா பண்ணுங்க. உங்க கை வந்து நல்லா ஸ்ட்ராங்கா இருக்கான்னு பாருங்க. உங்க கால் வந்து கிரிப்பா இருக்கான்னு பாருங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் மெதுவா கொஞ்சம் பின்னாடி சாஞ்சிங்கன்னா உங்க காலும் மெதுவா தூக்கணும். மெதுவா தூக்கிட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் நீங்க வந்து காத்துல இருப்பீங்க. உங்க கால் காத்துல இருக்கும். உங்க மொத்த பாடியோட வெயிட்டும் உங்க கை மேல இருக்கும். So do it slowly. So get into this asana slowly and lift your legs, visualizing that your legs have become a mala, a necklace around you. Perform the Sahaja Kumbhaka and hold the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
हस्ताभ्याम् अवनीमवस्तभ्या स्कन्धयो जानुनी संस्थाप्य पाष्णिम् उरसि निधाय तिष्ठत् मालासनं भवति.
Good. We have a few participants who are able to do it. Good. So now we move into the first karana of the Trithiya Vinyasa Krama of this third sequence, which is Gangavatarana Karana. So in Gangavatarana Karana, we're all going to first get into a standing position. Everyone please stand up. So now from this standing position, you're going to arch your back forward. You're going to bend your back forward, placing your hands on the ground. And then once you bring your hands on the ground, you can walk your legs backward, bringing your stomach onto the mat, and then lift your legs and come onto your stomach, and then lift your legs off the ground. Like in Dhanurasana. So we'll show it to you once again. So from a standing position, bend down, placing your hands on the mat, and then walk your legs back, and then come onto your stomach, and then lift the legs and the thighs off the mat. with the hands on the ground. And your head will also be raised up. So this is the Ganga Avatarana Karana. Let's all perform it once more. Let's all stand up, lean down and forward, and then slowly walk your legs down. It should be a graceful motion. So nice and graceful. Lower your stomach onto the ground. Paramayogaya, you're not lowering your stomach onto the ground. Your entire stomach onto the ground, and then raise your thighs off the ground and your head up with the hands on the mat. So this is the Gangavatara Karana. So now we move into the next asana. Let's all come into a seated position, which is Narasana. So actually we'll be performing this asana tomorrow. We'll be continuing from here tomorrow. I just realized we have only 5 minutes left. So let's all get into Shavasana for a few moments. You can all lie down on your back. Let's all take a moment to lie down on our back, completely relax the body. Take a moment to lie down, relax the complete body, stop all the restlessness. Completely relax. Stop all of the motion, the movements, the subtle movements of your body. Just relax. Completely relax. Unclutch from all the thoughts. In whichever area you are having pain, bring the awareness to those points and completely relax them. Just relax those muscles. Now, slowly come back to your body. Bring awareness back to yourself. You can shake your fingertips, your legs, bend your knees, bring them to your chest, wrapping your legs. Now you can just rock from side to side, relaxing the back. And now you can roll up into a comfortable seated position. Sit with your eyes closed, your palms together in front of your heart center, and take a moment to thank Swamiji for giving us this amazing opportunity to perform the most authentic yoga, which is directly from Paramashiva. offer your gratitude to Swamiji for giving you this chance to be a part of the Paramashiva Sena. Take a deep breath and let's chant the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. So we'll be having the break till 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the breakfast is ready. All of you can get changed, have your breakfast, and be back for the next session by 10 a.m. Thank you.